I know I did this story on my podcast a while ago, but I decided since I have nothing else to do during this quarantine, I might as well do an animation on what happened and go to more specific details. So let's get on with the story. So also just a reminder, this character that you see on your screen is what I'm basically gonna represent myself because I don't know, I'm not good at drawing people. I'm not like the odd ones out or anything. So one day after drill practice, I believe it was a Thursday, I finish after school practice, and I decided to get in my somewhat floating Toyota Corolla. I didn't even notice that. So I get in my Corolla and I start driving. Now, before I decide to head home, I head into two places right before I get to my home. First place I go to is Bank of America because I had to get me some of that bread. But nah, yeah, I really wanted to. I only went to Bank of America just to put money in my card because I hate carrying cash on me. I actually prefer card over cash because it's a lot safer. Anyway, so after I go to Bank of America, next place I go to is Publix. Now, I don't know about you guys, but one place I love at Publix is the sushi. I love the sushi. I know it's not the best, but hey, it's average. So I go to Publix and I get my sushi. And so here's the thing, the distance between my house to Publix is around 10 minutes, give or less. If there's somewhat traffic and there's not that much people, it's around 10 minutes from Publix to my house. So keep in mind it's around 4:15 in the afternoon when this happens. So it's around 4:15 and I'm cruising by, and as you can tell, now if you live in South Florida, you can obviously tell that like traffic at 4:15 is like none. There's no traffic whatsoever, both on your side of the street and on the other side, it's empty. Traffic is completely empty around 4:15 a.m. So I'm about 3 minutes in my drive. I'm driving, cruising, chilling, listening to some music in the car, whatsoever. And as I stated before, I predicted there is no one. No one in front of me, no one behind me. There's no one. It's empty. The whole street is empty. So I'm driving in my car. I was probably listening to like Eminem, most likely. I was probably listening to like Real Slim Shady, Without Me, Music to Be Murdered By, stuff like that, because he is the GOAT. Eminem is the GOAT. So I'm driving and I'm about close to my house when I look at my rearview mirror and I notice a red and blue light about it. Now keep in mind, it's probably about a couple of blocks away from me. It's very distinct, but because the traffic is completely empty, there's like nobody to cover up the light, so it's very visible in my rearview mirror. So I noticed it a while back, and I'm just like, oh, it's just a cop, crossing by, maybe pulling someone over. So I'm like, okay, I'm just chilling, driving, still jamming and stuff, and then I noticed that the light keeps coming more closer to my car. Now, keep in mind, I'm driving slow, and the cop is driving extremely fast, meaning that he's going through an emergency right now. Now, here's the thing: when cops have their lights on from a distance, it's probably because they're trying to get somewhere fast because of an emergency. So I notice his lights are coming up closer to my rearview mirror, and so to break it all down, I am on a 3-lane street going to my house and back. And I'm currently on the left lane of the 3-lane street. So you have the left, the middle, and the right. I'm on the left because pretty soon I'm going to have to take a left turn in order to get to the right path that's in my house. So I'm on the left, right? So as I'm on the left lane, I look behind me again and I realize that this dude, this cop, is like close to me. Like he's legit close to me, and I'm like wondering, like what, like. And then I hear the sirens; they're getting louder. The lights are flashing by more quicker, and I'm just like, damn, like why is he getting close to me all of a sudden? So I'm just wondering. And keep in mind, he's about like a quarter of a mile back to me at this point. So then I'm wondering, okay, he's trying to pass by, right? So then I look back a couple of seconds later, and then bam, this dude has taken up my whole rear view mirror. Like his lights are covering my entire rear view mirror, and I'm just there like, what is he doing? And keep in mind, he's about like a couple of 100 feet away from me, and so I have the genius. So I have the genius idea of doing something that I thought was smart. So because I was on the left lane, I decided that what if the cop needs to take a left turn instead of going straight? So then I thought to myself, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move from the left lane to the middle lane. That way, if the cop wants to take a left, he can take a left, or if he wants to go straight, the left lane also gives you the option of going straight as well. That way, if the cop has to make a decision, he can do it on the left lane. Meanwhile, I'm there chilling in the right lane or in the middle lane, gonna wait till he passes. That way, I can just go on left. So I'm chilling there. Twitch. I switch over to the middle lane, and then I'm waiting there. And as I'm waiting, the cop is still behind me to the point where he's literally this close, like this close. Like his front car is my bumper right here, right? So he's there and I'm there, and he's tailing me for like 5 seconds. I'm like, okay, I'm not getting pulled over because he had his lights on way back then. I'm like, if anything, like I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm not a wanted criminal or nothing like that. So I'm there, and he's literally right behind me to the point where I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So I'm just there chilling, there, and he's behind me. Sirens are going off, and I'm not really a panicker, so I'm just there chilling. I'm like, okay, whatever this cop's gonna do, just let it happen. So he's tailing me for about 5 seconds. We're almost close to the left turn slash going straight point. So I'm like, okay, whatever this guy's gonna do, just do it. All right. Then, out of nowhere, I didn't even expect this. The cop turns left. So he goes from the middle right behind me to left right beside me. So he is legit on my left now. We're both zooming a little bit, and he's looking at me, and I look at him, and he's like right next to me. He's dead on right next to me. He's on the left. I'm on the middle, and I'm like, okay, this dude has to, like, he wants to say something. So I look to my left, and I look to my left, and I see this dude. First of all, I want you to picture this. Imagine, not close your eyes for this. Imagine and remembering the most punchable face you have ever seen in your life. Imagine the most punchable face you have ever seen in your life, and apply that face to a mid-20s Hispanic skinny man. You got that face? All right. That's exactly what he looked like. He had this such a punchable face. He had like a buzz cut, and he was like pretty skinny, and he looked so young. And like I was like, oh my god. So I'm looking to my left. He's looking at me, and he's like screaming. I put my window down because I was like, all right, he has to say something. And I would never forget this moment. I put my window down, and then this is all I hear. Sir! He's like, get off the damn road. I'm trying to cross. And then he just rides by. Literally, it. He he had the nerve to say, sir, get off the damn road. I'm trying to cross. And then he just zooms forward. I mean, keep in mind, he's on the left lane, so he just zooms forward. He legit zooms forward. And I'm on my lane like, what? So I'm there confused, and I'm like, dickhead. I'm like, bro, I'm on the middle lane. You can go left or straight. I gave you the choice. And apparently this dude wants to have a full-blown conversation with me. And I'm just there like, what? What? So yeah, the cop ends up going by. After screaming at me, he ends up just going straight, still on the middle lane. Stuff like that. And I'm just chilling, and I'm just like, I'm shocked. So after he leaves, I go on the left lane, and I do my turn, and I get to my house safe and sound. And then, as I'm chilling like this, I think to myself, I'm like, man, I feel sorry for whoever, that officer was going to, because, like that officer obviously didn't care where he was going. He didn't care he didn't care at all. Like, Like, let's say if this dude was going to someone who got murdered, I hope on the gravestone of that person it says like died because the cop was late or something like that. Like, I'll never forget that officer. I hated him. He really, really, really thought he was the shit. More of the story, kids. Some officers don't deserve to be officers. That's it. Sure, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on my next animated cartoon. See ya.